Michael, we have a book here. It's a book of one-line poems by a Greek political prisoner of war.
With a
But
beautiful
it's a happy
name.
story.
What a name of the book.
It's called Monochord.
Thank you. Monochord.
And, he wrote one-line poems. We're going to use this for inspiration. Michael will do a monologue. Somebody will join him for a scene. And all of the inspiration of whatever is chosen. So, do you want the
Let him put the page.
page between 16 and 295?
173.
Thank you.
170,
It's a beautiful piece.
173. Oh, here we go.
You gonna make me read?
Okay.
Please.
All right. He hasn't passed preliminary reading. So, but anyway, for this cross, this is the poem. For this cross to exist means other climbers reach this far.
For this
For this cross to exist means other climbers reach this far.
Wow. 7 years ago, I ended up in Nepal with 5 other climbers. We actually ended up above base camp. Day 7 at Namche Bazaar, very tired after 3 days of rain. We finally made it to the tea house. The final 12 steps that led to it were very, very narrow. My Sherpa and I climbed to the last step when the gates of hell opened up behind us. Looked behind the retaining wall, higher than I was. Fell down and covered where we just walked 3-4 seconds ago. Dumbfounded, I turned to my Sherpa. 27-year-old, nothing but a t-shirt and a jacket, and my backpack. Utters exactly 3 words to me, not our day. Turns around and walks to the tea house.
What was he trying to tell you with that monologue?
So you say today is...
Share your voice.
So you say today isn't the day.
Today is not our day in this place. This top of this hill. It's not our day.
We took a long time to get here.
Yes, we did.
I planned for this.
I know we did. And one day, what did Snoopy say? We will all die, 100%. But on all the other days, we will live. And here we are.
What's he telling you?
Then I won't die today.
No, you will not. Now, I don't know that for a fact, but I presume you will not. You made it this far, there's a good chance we'll make it back down. Go with it.
I'm staying here.
At the top of the hill, you will starve. You will die from exposure.
I'm staying here.
I will lose you.
What's she telling you? What's she telling you? You don't have to argue with her. What's she telling you?
If you're staying here, I'm staying here right next to you.
I wasn't ready for that.
It's not like I came here prepared. You stay, I stay.
All right. We'll stay.
I'll get the
Until-
sleeping bags.
All right. Yes.
You want me to set it up, or you want to set up your own?
I thought we put them together.
Okay.
Read her face. What's her demeanor?
You're hesitating.
Only because I'm confused. I mean,
Maybe this will help. is today.
And scene. Okay, we have, let's have Jen come up. And for this, we need a piece of music from that playlist I give you. Play it loud. Listen to music, put it in your body, sculpt your characters, do your monologue. Sculpt, blood on your tongue. Movement.
When I was 25 years old, I worked in a boys' home. And there was a boy there whose parents had adopted him on the black market because they couldn't qualify to adopt under normal circumstances. They wanted a daughter, but they got a boy. So they raised him like a daughter. So when he came to this boys' home, and just for this story's sake, I'll call him Lee. Lee was very effeminate and very confused, and all the other boys picked on him. One day, the director of the boys' home decided, and you could do this back in the 70s, you couldn't do it now, that because all the other boys were picking on Lee, that they would have a fair fight instead of kids just hiding and attacking him when nobody was looking. So they lined the room with mattresses, and they let the two boys, Ray and the other boy who was picking on him, fight. Now Ray, who had been picked on all his life, had the other boy came in the room with him for the two of them to fight. And in 30 seconds, Ray had popped the other kid, who went off crying and never bothered with him again.
So are you telling me I should actually get violent with all these assholes annoying me?
This is a place of violence. Annoying violence.
I'm saying that in this prison, you have to.
Manifest a prison, an annoying prison. Look at Jen. Your relationship with her is annoyingly violent.
I know you're trying to protect me. I'm giving you tips. I mean, I don't know where to survive here. I appreciate your experience.
You're holding still. You can't hold still.
What are we running? We're running in circles. I'm losing my words. I cannot think straight.
Where else is there to go in a cell? Besides circles.
Read Jen's face. Read the demeanor.
You look like you lost your mind.
Confirm that, Jen. Annoyingly violently.
I lost it long ago.
You're telling me that this is what's waiting for me?
Yes. You can try to hold on to your mind if you want to. but you may feel better if you don't.
Manifest that. Turn that into a laugh. That's all you can do. Okay. All right. Thank you. Next up is Jack. And you want the book, right?
I want the book, please.
He wants the book. He doesn't buy the book. So you
Pick it.
pick it. Okay. So again, a number between 46 and 320.
50.
50. Just 4 pages. So specific. Let's see. Okay, here we go. You want to read it? Or you
I'll
want
read it, sure.
Okay. Right there. Again, we're using this for inspiration. The monologue is probably true, or it's an editorial, I don't know, but it's inspired by this poem, one-line poem.
Monday, dawn. The neighborhood smells of boiled wheat. I grew up as a kid, the son of an Irish-American family on both sides. My father was an upper-middle-class man, third-generation Irish in Manchester, New Hampshire. His father, who I'm named after, was the first motor vehicle commissioner of New Hampshire. They were status people. My mother was the youngest of first-generation parents who lived in a poor house in the poor side of town with her 8 brothers and sisters, and my grandfather who worked in the mill, and my grandmother who stayed home and took care of them. My mother's house smelled of boiled tea and oatmeal when I visited there. Tea made with thick, condensed milk and tons of sugar, and it smelled of women, and my grandfather sat in the corner smoking his pipe. Our house in the north end, where my mother and father, myself and my family lived, it smelled of nothing because it was kept clean all the time, except at night when it smelled of scotch. And I was hung between 2 worlds, and I didn't know which one I belonged to.
Tell that story especially for you.
I feel torn apart. I feel pulled at both ends.
That's the location. Place where people are pulled at both ends.
We're at a circus. We want to go see the show over there, or we want to go see the show over there. Over there are the animals fighting. Over here are the clowns playing.
Manifest the circus. Touch something that shows us we're at a circus, Caroline.
I have 2 tickets. One for this show and one for this show.
So do I. We'll go to both. Let's do the tigers first.
You want to be scared and then get happy.
Let's do the clowns first.
You want to get happy and then be scared out of your mind.
You go to the tiger, or I'll go to the clown.
All right, Jackie, you wanted music, right? And let's get Rita in there with you. And so they're both going to do a monologue off a single song, and somehow these monologues are going to inspire their connection in the sing. Yes?
Okay.
Oh, you said you...
No, it's okay. It's okay.
All right. Music, please. And loud. Or not. Wait, I hear steps. Wonder what that is. All right. Should I scrap this? And... Huh?
Either.
It's called Human Beings. Louder so we can hear the word. Hot-blooded human beings. What hot-blooded in your body? Hot-blooded.
I'm starting to feel like a robot with all this AI stuff going on. It's like I'm sitting here and just trying to figure it out. It's like I can't even feel like I can function without my cell phone or computer anymore. And then like I even try to draw, and it's like there's AI generated images that you go to that you can put on mugs when I'm decorating mugs now. It's like it's always the computer stuff that seems to be affecting me.
Hot-blooded monologue. Human being, Rita.
I'm feeling like fear. Fear has always been next to me in my life. It's like my coach, I think. It's like right there. And I remember once I went to a party. It was Halloween, and I was like, I have my makeup and everything, and I think I was wearing a costume as a clown, so I was a clown. And I spent all night dancing and dancing and dancing and having a great time with my friends, But then suddenly I realized it was late. It was like maybe 4 a.m. in the morning. So I decided, oh yes, I have to run to my house. I have to go home. So I went home and I said, yeah, it's fine. Like, I was like 20-something, maybe 20. And then I remember I said, okay, I'm a little bit scared. Maybe I'm going to wake up somebody at home. So I decided to went up the stairs without shoes. Me quité los zapatos. Empecé a caminar así, ting, ting, with all my clown costume, ting, 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 ting. I reached the last step, and I found my dad's slippers, night slippers. So I was, I'm sorry, Dad.
So she said that monologue in
So-
response to your
so-
story about AI.
So you're telling me that my fear about all this is going to mean that they really are going to find me, that I'll do whatever I can to stay human and stay here, but they're going to find me.
They're gonna find you, and I think they are right here.
Mm-hmm.
They're here right now. And they are looking for us.
Yeah, you know, here in this crazy house is definitely a place for them to find us. I thought we'd hide away from them here.
How can you define this crazy house? Like, it's crazy, but in which way? I don't.
Let's fill the air with drones. Fill the air with drones.
You know, I thought we were escaping by hiding here.
No, they are like flies, you know, they are like flies, but really huge
They're all
flies.
around us.
Huge flies, I can sense them.
can.
They're everywhere.
You know,
They're right there.
I thought we would escape together.
We're escaping together.
But we can't seem to stay away. They're over us. They're seeing us.
They're seeing us. They're seeing through my body.
Yes.
They have eyes in
Seems
me.
like no matter where we go,
They are hearing
everyone.
me. Yeah.
They're here.
They're here. They are
They're
you.
here.
They're here.
They're over you and me.
And light. Okay, Peter, come on up. Peter, what do we have here? We have music. We should have one more song there, right? So, you have one more song up there? And you're there? Okay. All right. This is called Black Dirt. Black Dirt. Keep it in your body, through the monologue. Your movement in your body.
You know, you get older, I'm beginning to realize what the circle of life seems to be about for me. When I was young, I would run to the playground every day, play with abandon. You get older, you got responsibilities. I'm now in my mid-60s, semi-retired. I don't have to worry about my kids in college. I don't have to worry about really getting in any more work. I can run back to that school ground again and play with abandon, but I can't run anymore. But I'm kind of getting used to that. And you realize that, well, I get to have the same kind of life I had as a child as I get older with some modifications.
What's he trying to tell you? This is for your benefit, Michael. He told you that story.
Are you telling me?
No, it's an are you. He is telling you.
You are actually telling me YOLO?
Yellow.
One. You only live once. You don't believe in reincarnation?
Hell no.
Ah.
Now look at this place. This is a place that represents, if I give you a postcard, it said this is a place that it requires you to only live once.
I feel that you get everything you can out of this life and grab as much of it as you freaking can.
And then what?
And then you expire. And people move on. And they go, he was a nice guy sometimes.
My friend, you cannot kill energy.
Don't give him advice.
I am
That's what he's
sorry.
telling you.
I am sorry, brother.
That's what he's telling you, Michael. What's he telling you?
And then you expire, and I expire. Okay.
Well, show me life continuing on beyond what's natural.
I can't show you.
Show me how we're going to go play soccer and football back on that school ground when I was 6 years old.
My son will be playing there, and your son will be playing against you. We gonna live forever through them.
Our DNA will continue on and continue on and continue on,
Thank you.
but we're not there to watch it anymore.
Fill the air with Jones. Who am I missing? What am I missing? What? Carolyn, oh, do you want to do a card? Who wanted to do a card? Nobody. Okay.
I'm happy to do it.
Okay, come on up. Okay, good. Let's do a card this time. This will be the last one. So this, we have archetype cards here. They're by Carolyn Meister. They have the shadow and light attributes of numbers of different archetypes. So that's what we're going to use for inspiration, okay? All right. And that one is
The Warrior.
the Warrior.
Ooh.
What does it say? Light attribute.
Light attributes, strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice in conquering the ego.
Okay, put that in your body. Now read the dark attributes.
Shadow attributes, trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifference to the suffering inflicting on others.
Put that in your body. Light. Shadow. Light. Shadow. Monologue.
I feel like life is an endless fight. You have to be tough, especially if you're a woman, because there is no gift out there. There is no gift for women. And the worst part is that women are a threat to me too. You know, sorority? Bullshit. I wish it was sorority. But most of the time, we haven't learned to defend ourselves, not to defend our sisters. So it's war, alone in the jungle.
So you're telling me,
Share your voice.
so you're telling me that I have only myself?
This is a place that represents, it's a location that represents that you only have yourself.
This is the biggest audit company in the world. I'm supposed to be your mentor, but do you think I give a fuck about you?
Manifest that location, Carol. Touch something in that location. Get Elsa and tell her who she is in relationship to you.
You may be my mentor, but I already know.
You're telling me that you know how to thrive in this hostile company? You know that for 3 juniors who enter this month, 2 will be fired by the end of next year. And you're certainly not the one who's going to survive.
It doesn't matter. Because I always survive. I come up from the ashes like the phoenix. And I will bring fire to this place, whether they keep me or not.
So you're telling me you're some kind of terrorist? Should I call NSA? I know people.
It will be a fire of enlightenment. I will enlighten this company, or they will fail.
Enlightened. You're telling me you can add added value to this place?
I can add value, yes.
Oh God. You know, naive people like you, I've seen dozens of them coming in and get out quickly, squeezed like pieces of lemon.
You have not seen me.
Oh, really?